Welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. I'm done. I'm gonna play a game of Pauper. And I'm gonna play with Trinket Control. Yeah, I covered all the matchups with Trinket Control except... Oh, there is. Let's block him. He conceded a bit too easy last time. This software works very poorly. Okay, I'm gonna play Trinket. It's been a while. I have covered all the matchups, all the major matchups, but I'm gonna play Trinket anyway and get an extra coverage of one matchup. Because I know you want to see some Trinket. Do you want to see some Trinket? I hope you want to see some Trinket. Because now you're going to see some Trinket. And I'm playing against Polymere. I have played a huge amount of matches with this deck. This deck is covered in Pauper Walkthroughs episode 6. And it's a deck designed by a friend of mine. I'm 356 wins against 195 losses with the deck. So this will be my 552nd match. But this guy has lost connection to the game, so he's obviously not the opponent I want. This is a new opponent, Mythix. Oh, how nice it is to be back home. This is a keep. Trinket rewards keeps. It's a blue deck. And he plays a Delver, and that is a sweet start for Trinket. This is a matchup I've covered many times, but people are interested in it, and some people seem to think that Trinket has a problem with this matchup. This is actually one of the best matchups for Trinket. And having a good matchup against a deck that is often the best deck in the meta, the most winning deck, is of course one of the reasons you should play Trinket. I have a clunky hand now, and I will not actually be able to remove the next spell he plays. But he didn't go for turn 2. Turn 2 Cloud of Fairies is really important for the Delver player against Trinket. But he didn't get it, so I have time to develop, I have time to play the Executioner's Capsule, and things are looking swell for Trinket. If I get to resolve this Sign in Blood, if it doesn't spell stutter it, then I think I'm good. I have to bring up the Trinket sideboarding plan. The sideboarding plan that is secret, that you are not allowed to see. Sorry about that. So I get to play this thing. He needs to think about that. He needs to think about that a lot. Nobody's online. Oh, he's dazing it! Nice. And actually him playing a daze here is so good, because now he can't counter the Sign in Bloods. So that is definitely worth sacrificing the capsule for. Because I would be so stuck now if I didn't resolve these Sign in Bloods. Of course he can daze them too, but then he is... I'm not afraid of Phantasmal Bears. They are really, really worthless against us. I am afraid of missing land drops, because that is what is killing me in this matchup. Even if he resolves a ninja next turn, it doesn't really matter a lot for me, because I can just edict it and it's just one card. But I get the land, which is incredibly good. And now I might even get to resolve Chittering Rats, which will keep him landed. And you might think he's being unlucky now, but he is the guy playing 16 lands. And that is what you get when you play 16 lands. Some of the time you will be in that situation, and it will suck. So bad. And you will blame bad luck, but it was you who decided to play a deck with 16 lands. Something I would not do, actually. I didn't play 16 lands when I played Infect, I didn't play it when I played Delver, and I definitely do not play 16 lands in Stompy. Do the math, and you will understand why you are not playing 16 lands, even in a deck with a lot of Ponder and Preordain and other crap. I'm very tempted to go Sign in Blood slip here. But it might be more important to stop him developing than actually helping myself develop. Chittering Rats is really bad against Delver, actually, and I will be sideboarding it out. But this time he looks pretty good. I think Mythix Spartan has not played a lot of Delver because he's playing extremely slow. He might also be lagging, but that just puts more pressure on me to speak about interesting things. I just thought of an idea, the Pauper Gauntlet, for a casual Pauper show on this channel. Please check it out. It's in YouTube, pretty close to this clip, about 3 before it, 3 after it maybe. He daces again and is once again held back by his own mana development. This time I am going to Sign in Blood and slip. Earlier today I got somebody to counter a removal spell against the bear, which is a good experience to have as a Delver player, because that doesn't really help. Ninja is fully okay here. You are allowed to cast a Ninja. But if you find a land with it, of course, you will be happy. But no Ninja. Oh, he still has time to do the Ninja thing. But there's no Ninja. Maybe there's a Cloud of Fairies. Or a Frostburn Weird. I would love a Frostburn Weird. I wouldn't love a Cloud of Fairies. Ah, interesting. I so want to cast a Sign in Blood here. But I know he will count. Oh, he tries to spell stutter it. That's sweet. Second time today somebody makes that mistake. Do I now kill the spell stutter sprite? I think I would have seen a Ninja at this point. So I will assume he doesn't have a Ninja, and I will go for the Sign in Blood for the extra cards, because that's how we win against Delver. Ooh, it's not land day today. It's definitely not land day. And he now has 3 lands as well. Ninja. I read him for not having a Ninja. Maybe he drew one. But Ninja is still okay. As I can easily handle it. There is no ninja, so maybe now a Spire Golem. Spire Golem is more than okay. What? Poor kid. Die, Mr. Ninja. Well, he's learning a lot about playing Delver. And you are learning a lot about mistakes not to make when you're playing Delver. Of course, my grip is tightening on him now. And even if if my hand was only Executioner Capsule and 2 Crypt Rats, I think I would be fine here. Is he talking to me or something? This is not... I think this is not the best video ever made, but this is why. My buddies are not online. If you want to be my buddy, send me a private message on YouTube. Tell me your Magic Online username, and I will add you to this list. Also tell me what Pauper decks you have, which Pauper decks do you have ready to play, and I'll add you to this list. I also have a list of sparring partners in a notepad. I will add you to that list too, and then we can play some Pauper and you can get to participate in a video. I would love to do a video with you. Actually, it's a lot of fun to do videos with people who are like fans of the channel that I haven't talked to earlier. So I love that. So please let me know if you want to play. I am online on strange hours, but this is actually an hour. It's now 9:30 p.m. On a Wednesday in Swedish time. So this is a time where I thought there would be a lot of more people online. I'm usually online during work hours. But now I can't babble anymore, so I'm pausing. And he's back. He was having connection problems, I hadn't noticed. Of course it is a little problem, but it's not his fault, so that's why I'm writing MP. Actually, I think I feel sad for him because I hate connection problems, as does everybody, I expect. Alright, I can tell you that the most unpopular video I made today is DelverFiend versus DelverFiend. Nobody wants to see that. It's just 7 minutes and it has the least amount of views of anything. So, well, wait a minute. I need to do this the right way. I need to play a Crypt Rat, and then I need to play the Life Staff and resolve the Crypt Rat in, or use the Crypt Rat in response to, or use the capsule in response to a spell status sprite. So I'm in no hurry here, and I don't need to rush anything. I'm happy to 1-for-1 him with the Crypt Rats. But the Life Staff will be very critical now. Of course it could be counterspelled, but he only has 4 counterspells. And maybe a Deprive. Here comes Cloud of Fairies. And they are okay. They are allowed. I hereby allow them to exist. For a little while. But there might come a time where they are not allowed to exist. Be warned. So I'm gonna play my life staff. Life staff does a lot of damage against Delver. I sense a snap. Oh, even a piracy charm. Well, he is not gonna die alone. That means a 2-for-1 for me. And this is the way you beat Delver. You just grind them out because they have you have the card advantage over them as the Trinket deck. And now I can retrieve my Baron more and cycle it. Which is what I do. I want to draw more cards here. And I still have enough mana to play the Muldrifter, which is of course death for Delver. Delver never wants to see a resolved Muldrifter. It's the worst thing they know. And it's Phantasmal Bear. Let's draw a card. This begs the question actually if I am going to resolve the Muldrifter now. I think it's Trinket Mage now, but what do I Trinket for? I already have the... so I might Trinket Mage and then use Capsule on the bear. Is it a Trinket for Capsule? Or a Trinket for a land? I think it's a land here actually. And that might look weird, cycling away a land but drawing another, but I'm thinning the deck from lands. And I'm gonna Edict or use the Capsule when needed. I'm happy to trade with the bear, because that's just another 2-for-1 for me. And I even get life, so it's like a 2.2 for 1. It's a hard cast ninja. And that's great, because I'm gonna spend the what? I'm gonna spend the Capsule on him. And now I can play the Muldrifter. Without fear. Though, will I trade for the bear? I think I still will. Okay, now I don't have to. This is starting to look pretty good. I'm sorry for Mythix Spartan's connection, it makes this a long video. But if you're interested in this matchup, and I know it's one of the matchups I receive the most questions for about Trinket, so I think it's relevant to continue filming this and to post this video, as I haven't done that many Trinket videos. The reason for that being that I already covered all the major matchups. Even some of the matchups I covered several times because of tournaments. Yeah, he's searching in his library, but there's nothing that can save him here. He is just going to be the victim of enormous card advantage. I'm going to equip the Trinket Mage. I'm still wanting to trade here. To use Trinket Mage as a removal to get it through 2 for 1 there. Would be fantastic. So now he can actually counter this Muldrifter. But then I can Edict the Bear. But the Muldrifter is not countered. And I'll try to cast an Augur then. Needing to set a stop in my upkeep. Yeah, and that's it for the Delver deck. Let's repeat the sideboarding plan. Against Delver, it often comes down to top deck war. And in a top deck war, you do not want to try to draw Undying Evil. And there's so many things that Delver can do to mess up Undying Evil that it just is not very good, as is Chittering Rats. Spinning Darkness is super brilliant against them. Crypt Rat, really evil against them. And you want to 1 for 1 them as you draw so many cards. So Verdict is nice. We used to have Combo Witches for Delver, but after Infect went away, their usefulness became too low, so they are now like card 18 or 19 in the sideboard, and we have no place for them. We found that Spinning Darkness was extremely effective against Delver as well. Hitting a ninja with Spinning Darkness when he thinks you are tapped out, it's a lot of fun. So as I said, as I said in Pauper Walkthroughs episode 7, 1099 matches with Blue-Black Trinket Control. This is a highly favored matchup for Trinket. And what you need to realize is that you have a much better matchup than is at post, because the removal in Trinket costs 1. You have the Fume Spitters, you have the Tragic Slips, and that's the key to defeating the early Delver. The only 2 ways the Delver deck can beat you is by playing and protecting an early Delver, or playing and protecting an early Ninja. If the game goes long, the Delver player will lose a lot of the time. Not every time, of course, but most of the time, because there is no true card draw. If he has Ona's Grace, it is worse for you. But he doesn't really have any good sideboarding options either. And Delver players will often dilute their deck with weird and bad sideboarding cards, such as Boomerang. And you will find that any land destruction strategy that involves less than 5 land destruction cards against Trinket will sometimes luck out, but it's generally a bad idea. He's once again disconnected. And he's back. And we have another hand with no islands, but that's very common. We do have 2 swamps and a tragic slip, and all we need is that 1 mana removal to be able to kill the Delver. And this time we are going to kill the bear, especially when we draw that, because we don't want a ninja. He kept the 1-lander again. But now I have true mana problems. I will try to kill anything that moves. And I think I could do that for a couple of turns, but I really need to draw something now. And just 1 aqueduct will save me. We did try the guild gates very thoroughly, and they are just not cutting it. They are much worse than Evolving Wilds in this deck. So we are not gonna use them. Resolving this life staff is very important. I didn't sideboard in a life staff as I have 3 trinket mages. So I have plenty of ways to get the life staff. But now we could be in trouble. I think a Spire Golem now would be really bad. Now we still just edict it. And we are gonna kill the Cloud of Fairies here, right now. That's when they are gonna die. Because we don't want them running around making ninjas possible. Or helping with spell status sprites. Okay, 2 black cards in the graveyard, that's good. Because then we will enable Spinning Darkness. We want to draw Spinning Darkness. We want to draw blue mana. We'll have to do with extra removal, but we still have plenty of removal. Though if he plays now a land, a Spire Golem, I can still kill it. But I'm surprised that he doesn't play anything. He must have like only counterspells. And there's the Aqueduct. So now it will be a game of baiting counterspells. And of course I will start with the Crypt Rats. And then Trinket Mage. She might counter them all. But that would require true counterspells, and his number of them should be very limited. So I am casting the Crypt Rats, fully expecting them to die. He could have Piracy Charm and stuff as well. But the fact that he isn't playing anything makes me think that he has sideboarded too much. Because he is just not building any kind of board. Of course there is also the issue of him timing out, coming up, which I gain nothing by, but rather I will be very disappointed if he does. But I hope I'm making this clip useful anyway by discussing this matchup that I have played so many times. Okay, I resolved a life staff on a Crypt Rat. That's pretty good. Pretty good against him. He now has 7 cards in hand. That's really weird. And he didn't counter the Crypt Rat. So my plan now is to beat him dead with a Crypt Rat. But here is something, and it might be a Spire Golem. Now he's snapping the Crypt Rat. Well, that's a 0 for 1. as he's gaining no tempo by it. I don't care about when I kill him, but he needs to do something fast or my awesome control machine will overwhelm him. And here comes something nasty. Maybe it's it's Stitch Drake. That's not the right. He wanted the Stormbound Geist. Because I will just get rid of a Stitch Drake with an Edict. Is that it? Is that what I'm going to do? I can't really ninja the Stitch Drake because then... Oh, of course he can. So let's just kill it. And be done. Oh, this hand is filled with so many nasty things. For a poor Delver player. In the meaning that he's unfortunate, not that he's bad. I am gonna try to draw some cards, which I will have to discard. If I don't draw land. Well, I'll try to... Of course he'll daze this, but I will have to discard it otherwise, so... Let's just do it. That made him counterspell. But he's down to 4 cards now, and I have 7 awesome things in my hand, so I'm not very scared. Though I will... What will I do? I think I will just cast Trinket Mages. Get capsules. It's Mr. Delver! Well, let's make Mr. Delver dead. Sounds like my kind of plan. We would like Mr. Delver a lot more if he was dead. And Trinket Mage, which resolves. Can you believe that? So we play Vault of Whispers and equip that guy. We should probably not F6 now as we have Spinning Darkness. Did he keep Snap in his deck? Snap is really bad against Trinket. You should sideboard it out. So you don't want to snap a Trinket Mage, do you? Well, so many happy options on my side here. Oh, we'll do nasty stuff to his hand. But first things first, we're gonna cycle the Baron more and look for goodies. I think he's now considering whether... Ooh, he's Vapor Snag. But that's just horrible, horrible card economy. So here it comes again. You could say it's a 2 for 0 because I didn't lose anything in that. I'm getting another land here that might be greedy. I am playing the Ogre. And I'm gonna equip the Ogre. And I think this is over if he doesn't counter it. And he will. No, he won't. And now he can use his snap. Right, this will be a very satisfying Augur. But he has had enough of being beaten up by Trinket. Thank you for watching Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Dan. I was playing Blue-Black Trinket Control versus Delver.